This lecture is in continuation to the resettlement and rehabilitation issues of project affected persons. So we have already discussed in our last class about the resettlement issues, how resettlement issues is affecting our life, how different kind of displacement issues like your dams, building of dams, then national parks, then mining lead to different type of resettlement problems. Now when the resettlement occurs in a particular place, what happens, rehabilitation things also comes up. Okay, now the major issues related to rehabilitation are rehabilitation thing. The term I have already explained. The term means nothing but when you are giving a proper place to a person who is migrated from their natural place of living. Okay, so rehabilitation, the term was already explained, but the issues relating to the rehabilitation portion was not discussed in the last class. Okay, so what are the issues related to rehabilitation? Uh, kinship system, marriage, social and cultural function vanish with their displacement. Okay, so when they are displaced from one place to another, the main problem they face is that the normal functioning of their life, that is social life, got disrupted in a huge manner. Okay, loss of identity and intimate link between people and its environment. That means they also lose their identity. Why? Because they are losing the place where they are staying. So it is very difficult for them to understand how their normal life will be going through. Now, displacement of already poor tribes increases their poverty. So, generally, what happens? Poor people stays in this place mainly. Okay, in the bank of the river Narmada and in the case of Wayanad National Park, mainly the poor people were staying in that particular place. And what happens? When these constructions are made, the main effect which is being, I mean, the problem they are facing is mainly uh, faced by these poor people. So the poverty of these people increases more when they are subjected to all these projects. Okay, so tribes aren't familiar with market policies and friends. Okay, what happens, these tribal people who are staying in that place are not aware of the complexities of the urban people. Okay, so the urban people, for their sake of concern, for their comfortable situations, they construct these constructions like dams and all. And but the tribal people and the poor people are very largely affected. Okay, now moving on to the next thing, that in following objectives should be considered during rehabilitation. That means what are the things you need to consider when you are going for rehabilitation. Okay, see, displaced should be rehabilitated within their own environment. That means when you are displacing some people, you have to give them a proper place of living similar to what they were staying earlier. Okay, necessary services should be provided to continue agriculture in the new areas. Okay, so what happens in the new areas, agricultural provision should be there. These poor people, these tribal people mainly depend on agriculture for their livelihood. So you have to give them some proper place where they can continue their agricultural aspects. Okay, tribals should be provided vocational training and job opportunities. That means they should be provided the employment issues. They should have a designed house, and they should have been post resettlement services. Okay, so you have to also provide them post resettlement services. What does it mean? When you are doing some resettlement for some project affected persons, then you have to look after their food, their livelihood, their place of stay, their occupation, everything you have to look after. So all these issues need to be addressed when you are going for rehabilitation. Okay, so now these are the reconstruction after resettlement and rehabilitation. So you have to do some construction issues when you are doing the rehabilitation. So what you have to do mainly, you have to go for some aspects. What are the different things you need to provide when you are doing the rehabilitation for the particular persons? So there are three stages of reconstruction. Okay, so when you are providing the adequate facility to a particular person who is been rehabilitated, you have to consider all these points. So there are three stages of construction, like rescue, relief, recovery. That means rescue means, first of all, you have to save the life of the people who are being endangered due to the building or the construction. Then relief, you have to re-establish their basic service by keeping them alive. That means to uh, suppose a person has to be alive. That means for the sake of the life of a person, three things are very important. One is food, one is the person a house to stay, and occupation to live. Okay, so these three things are the relief things you have to provide. Then recovery, so recovery means infrastructure and economy. What happens when you are displacing some person? You are totally demolishing their economic activity. That means their agricultural lands are wasted, their occupations are wasted. So this infrastructure and economy are need to be restored. Okay, the standard time frames for this three phrases. That means when you are considering these three phases, right? So these three phases are some time frames you need to mention. That means you cannot continue the service for a unlimited period of time, so that will not help the people in a long run. So some time frame has been designed, like for rescue operation you need 7 days, for relief you need 3 months, and recovery 5 years. It is 5 to 1 years actually. What happens, the for the recovery thing, almost half a decade is required, because the infrastructure, economy, all these things are very much linked to the uh, it is a long term process. Actually, you cannot develop an economy within a very short period of time. Like the economical condition now in our world due to the coronavirus is gruesome. Actually, the recession, the job unemployment, everything which has been running in the different parts of the world is very much painful, as well as it's very, I mean, a dark future is waiting for all the people, because the economic condition is so much degraded. The GDP, the overall condition of the employed as well as unemployed people are so terrible that it will require more than a, I think, more than 5 years to recover to its initial position. Okay, so recovering any economic condition or infrastructure requires a huge amount of time. Actually building up an economy also require a lot of time, as well as mm, your economy building as well as economy reconstruction requires a lot of time. Okay, so when you are displacing a people and rehabilitating them, these are the time frames you need to consider in your mind. Okay, so the last thing of this rehabilitation issues is no, not the last thing, current scenario is also there. And in terms of housing, three stages needs to be considered: emergency shelter, then in temporary housing, permanent housing. Okay, so this type of three type of housing you need to consider. Emergency means just it is in the rescue operation part, you are giving them shelter in tents and all. Then you have to give them temporary housing, like tents or kits or self-built shacks. That means self-built shacks means these are a shacks type of a thing. Actually, when the people who go for trekking, they must be knowing these shacks are used to build a temporary house in a particular place. Okay, then permanent housing, ideally that means permanent housing means a properly constructed house of brick and cement and all. So that required, that also need to be provided. So these are the construction issues you need to consider when you are rehabilitating the people. Okay, now the last topic of this discussion is the current scenario in India. What is the current scenario in the rehabilitation and resettlement issues in India? Okay, India has the largest number of development projects in the world, and quite possibly the largest number of developed induced displaced person. That means, say 21.3 million people are displaced, because of 16.4 million are displaced by dams. Okay, actually this data is not that current. More people are added to this, millions and millions of people. 21.3 million, you can understand how many, how large the quantity is. This 29.3 million people are displaced from their houses due to the project affected scenario, and out of that 16.4 million is due to the displacement of dams. Okay, now Central Water Commission has stated that this amount of 330 amount of dams have been constructed since time independence. Okay, 1947, and another 1,000 are under construction. You can understand how many people will be displaced in the future and are and also are undergoing displacement in the current scenario. Okay, so all these things need to be addressed when we are going for the construction issues. Okay, so this is the amount, this is the public administration has average number of displaced by a large dam. So they have calculated that when you are displacing people from any dam due to the construction of any dam, average is 44,182.73 because it is an average number of people are displaced in individual dams. So development projects disproportionately affect the poorest segment of Indian society, including scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, threaten them with greater impoverishment. That means what happens, the people who are staying in these places are already poor, I have mentioned. They are being driven to more poverty, more impoverishment when you are resettlement or rehabilitation is going on in a particular place. Okay, so this is all about your rehabilitation and resettlement of project affected